Extend your arms out to the sides. Bring the soles of the feet up. Knees and ankles together. And take an inhale here. As you exhale, lower your knees to the left. Inhale to the centre. And exhale over to the right. Inhale back to the centre. Take your right foot flat to the mat. Bring your left foot up, take hold of the knee and hug it into your chest. And then extend the foot up to the ceiling. Point the toes and straighten the leg. Allow the knee to bend, but keep the foot up off the ground. Extend your arms out to the sides again. And take your right knee over to, your left knee over towards the ground on the right. Oops, watching the inflatable hummingbirds. And bring it back to the centre. And take it out to the left. And back to the centre. And place it down. Raise the right knee up. Take hold of the knee and hug into your chest. And extend your foot up towards the ceiling. Point the toes, straighten the leg. And ease the tension off, relax the knee, let the foot come down, but keep the foot off the ground and extend your arms out to the sides again. Get the right knee over towards the ground on the left. Back to the centre and take it out to the right. Bring your foot back in to the centre and lower back down to the ground. Bring your arms into your sides. And turn over onto your side and onto your front. Bring your forearms up alongside your chest and push down into the ground with your forearms, bringing your chin and your chest up. Go into Sphinx pose. your chest back down. Bring your hands in underneath your shoulders and push up to cobra. And take your weight back onto your heels. Reaching forward with your fingertips. Bring your chest forward. Sink back down to cobra. And take your weight back once more. As you bring your chest forward this time, as soon as you start to move your buttocks away from your heels, start to arch your back, keeping your chin in. And as you come up with your weight over your hands, sink your hips down and raise your chin up to cobra. And then do the same going back. Start to arch your back, bring your chin in. Keep the back arched. And then lower down onto your heels. Lovely slow, smooth movements with this. So bring your hips up. Start to arch your back, keep your chin in. Start to squeeze the hips forward as your chest comes over your hands. And sink your hips down. And raise your chin up to cobra. And then arch your back, bring your chin in. And lower your hips down, keeping the back arched. And then relax it. Now this time as we come through to cobra, we're going to do the opposite. We're going to keep the chest really close into the ground and then come up to cobra at the last minute. So move your chest forward, keeping close to the ground, and then push up to cobra. And the same on the way back, so lower down. Push back, keeping low to the ground. And that move just once more, come forward. And then push up. And the same going back. Lower down. And push back. Bring your chest forward. Bring your hands in underneath your shoulders. Knees underneath your hips. Raise your right hand up. And reach out with the left leg behind. Lower back down. Raise your left hand and push the right leg out behind. And lower back down. Bring your knees and your ankles together. Lower your hips to the left. And back to the centre. And over to the right. And back to the centre. And walk your hands in towards your knees. Come up to standing in the middle of your mat, but facing the long side of your mat. Feet nice and close together, just about the width of your foot apart. And take an inhale, raise your arms up. And exhale, fold forward. Allow the bottom of your back to relax. Let your shoulders and your arms hang loose. And relax the back of your neck. Come up onto the fingertips. Straighten your back. Look to the ground in front of you. And then soften your back. Take hold of the elbows. Let the weight of your upper body pull you down towards the ground. And let your hands come back down to the mat. Take an inhale, come up. And exhale, lower your arms down to your sides. And come out to a wide stance, starting with your toes pointing forward. And we'll turn the left foot out. Bend the left knee. Bring your chest and your hips to look down the mat. Raise your hands up to Warrior One. Rotate round to the long side of the mat. Allow your arms down. Come into Warrior Two, looking out over the left hand. And allow your right hand down, bringing it around your waistband. Turn the left hand palm up and reach up and back. Allow your left hand forward. Bend at the elbow and bring it down onto your thigh. And turn your right shoulder up. Now I'm going to take that left hand that's resting on your knee at the moment and stretch out with it. And then let your right hand come out from behind your back. Reach up and over. If if you can, keep that right hand pointing up and bring your left hand down to the mat. Extended side angle. And then raise your body back up. Bring in the arms. Oops, watching the balloons. Back to Warrior Two. And straighten your legs, bring your toes to point forward. Take an inhale, raise your arms up. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come up. Exhale, lower your arms down to your sides. And turn your right foot out. And bend your right knee. Come across to look down the mat. Raise your hands up to Warrior One. Rotate your body round. Lower your arms down to shoulder height, looking out over your right hand. Warrior Two. And bring your left hand down. Thread it around your waist. Right hand palm up. And reach up. And back in reverse warrior. Lower your right arm forward. Bend at the elbow and bring it down onto your thigh. Turn your left shoulder up. And then keeping the left hand around your waist, reach out with the right. And then let the left hand come out and reach both arms up. And keeping the left hand up, bring your right hand down and reach over to extended side angle. And then bring your body up, raise the hands back, come into Warrior Two. And straighten your right leg. Bring your toes to point forward, take an inhale, raise your arms up. And exhale, fold forward. raise your arms up. Lower down to the sides. Turn your left foot out. And bring your hands down onto the mat. Turn your right foot onto the ball of the foot. Step back to downward facing dog. Bring your chest forward to plank. Come onto the balls, onto the insteps of the feet. And sink your hips down, so not so they're touching the ground. Hold your hips up off the ground. So the only things touching the ground are your hands and your insteps. Nice long neck. Bring your chest forward. Upward facing dog. Back onto the balls of the feet and push to upward facing dog. And forward to plank. I'm going to take the left leg, bend the knee, take it over to the right off the mat and come up, raising your right hand up. And allow your right hand back down, come back to plank, onto the insteps and to upward facing dog. And back onto the balls under the feet and raise up to downward facing dog. And forward to plank. Bend your right knee and take the right foot off the mat to the left, taking the weight onto the right hand, raising the left up. Lower the left back down. Come back to plank. Feet onto the insteps. Upward facing dog. Back onto the balls of the feet. Up to downward facing dog. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, lower your knees down and sit back onto your heels. Bring your chest forward. Walk your hands in. Just come to seated and then come to take your left foot out in front and bring your right foot in. What we're going to do here is we're going to forward fold with over the straight leg, but then go to the sides to loosen up the bottom of the back so we can go forward again. So I'll have to watch these balloons, aren't I? Take an inhale, raise your arms up. And exhale, fall forward. Just make a little note in your mind here. How far down you are, how far down the leg you can reach, how close your chest is into your thigh. And then walk the hands over to the right. So you're about 45 degrees into that gap between your left foot and your right. And back to the centre, over your leg and out to the left. And back to the centre. Inhale, come up. And exhale, fold forward. Notice the difference in that forward fold now. Inhale, come up. And exhale, lower down. Bring your left foot in. Take your right foot out. Hands at the side of the hips. Raise your arms up. And exhale, fold forward. Again, just make a little mental note here where you are. What the position of your body is. How far down your leg your hands are going, sorry. Take the hands over to the left. And back to the centre, over your outstretched leg and out to the right. And back to the centre. Take an inhale, raise your arms up. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come up. Exhale, lower your arms down. Bring both feet in. Take your left hand over to your right knee, right hand behind the back. And twist up back over the right shoulder. relax to come forward. Right hand onto the left knee. Left hand behind the back. And twist to look back over the left shoulder. And relax to come forward. Both hands at the sides of your hips. You can inhale, raise your arms up, and keeping the right hand up, blow the left down to the side and reach over with the right. And reach up with both hands. Keep the left high, and lower the right down, reach over with the left. And reach up with both hands. Take an inhale here. And exhale, lower down. And take both feet out in front. And bring your backs down onto the mat. Arms alongside your body, with the palms facing down. Bring your heels up towards your buttocks. Ankles slightly apart, heels close enough to touch with your fingers. And push the soles of your feet down into the ground, pushing your hips up in bridge. And lower the hips down. Bring your knees up and pull the knees into the chest. Extend your feet up to the ceiling. Take your hands down the back of the legs as far as you can, keeping the legs straight, keeping the toes pointed. Pull back on the legs, bringing your feet as far over the top of your head as you can. And then ease the tension off. Bend your knees. And let the feet come down to the ground. Extend your arms out to the sides. And cross your right leg over the top of the left. Take an inhale here. And as you exhale, lower your knees to the right. Inhale to the centre and exhale to the left. Inhale to the centre. Take the right foot, place it on the mat. Cross the left leg over the top of the right. Take an inhale here. And you exhale, lower your knees to the left. Inhale to the centre. Exhale over to the right. Inhale back to the centre. Take the left foot, place it at the side of the right. Relax the knees out to the sides. Extend your feet down to the bottom of the mat. Take your ankles apart. Relax the toes out to the sides. Bring your arms to a comfortable position alongside your body with the palms facing up.